Hey, boys and girls, literally a couple of minutes is what I meant. We are here for roll reveal number 814. This is a 1953S tubed roll. Got it right here. This had enough tape on it to fix the hull of the Titanic, so I spent a little bit of time removing some of the tape ahead of time. Got it to where it'll open, so don't have any issues there, but it still has enough tape to shut me up for a while. But here we go. Got it open. Get the coins out. As Dirty Water says, let's do this. I'll count these real quick and just make sure that we've got the right number in here. There's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. These are nice coins. 35, 40, 45, and 50. We do have 50 coins in here, so it passes. Good roll. All right, here we go. Coin number 1. Gonna go to Mickey. Mickey gets coin number 1. Let's see what's on coin number 1. It is a minor RPM. There's a little bit of a West RPM going on there. That's pretty nice. This is going to be one of the Kaneka listed ones. Not exactly sure which one as of yet. I'm sure someone will chime in and let me know. But this is pretty nice little RPM right here. And that one is for Mr. Mickey. And he is probably not here to see it. Let me get my phone moved out of the way here. I've got so many things going on at one time. My desk is becoming clotted with clutter. Clotted with clutter. All right. Yeah, it does have a notch up there on the top. It's right. Well, you can see it easier if I turn it this way, I think. There it is. Got a notch on the upper serif, and you've got an extra curl over there on the left edge. On the upper left edge. I don't see anything on the lower serif, but that's kind of normal too. But yeah, pretty nice coin all around. We're going to take a look at the reverse here real quick. Nothing known for the reverse side of 1953S Lincoln cents, but that's not going to stop us from looking at the first 10 coins just to see. So nice RPM to start the roll off for Mickey. Here's Farm Dog, second coin in. This one looks like it was an ender. It is an RPM. It is spotted because it was an ender. The other side is nice and bright, just like we would expect them to be. So you got one side that was basically contaminated by the idea of being exposed to the air for so long. And then the other side, perfectly fine. Here's coin number 3 now for Brad. Also an RPM, opposite direction this time. This is an S over S East. It shows best like that. You can see it on the inside of the upper curve. You can also see it on the upper serif. So this is opposite the direction of the other RPMs that we've been looking at. So so far, no, I'm not going to jinx it. You know what I was going to say. I'm not going to actually say it. Nice little over-polished area right there. Bit of a clash. All right. Third coin, third RPM. Coin number 4 now. To Dirty Water we go. And for Dirty Water we get another RPM. This one appears to be that third die I picked out. I'm going to look at it again to be sure that I've got it right. But let's take a look at this other coin for that die scratch headed north out of the 1. see if we have the same thing here. Yep. Same thing. So that is an RPM that'll match coin number 3 in the roll. Not a big RPM, but it is one nonetheless. And there we have that. Let's take a look at the reverse real quickly. It's going to be the same thing as the other. Just thinking maybe any catastrophic die failure or anything like that. Didn't have any of that, so it's still normal. Coin number 4, one and done. Now we've got coin number 5, Otis. And for Otis, well, see, I knew I would jinx it. We pulled our first normal coin here for Otis. We'll die gouge up above the word God. Nothing else on the obverse. Let me check the reverse real quick. Got to at least give it a chance to be something, right? Can't be anything if nobody ever gives you a chance. Alright. Well, that one's normal. It is raining now. So I knew it would be before too long. Coin number 6, Dan McCumber. Let's see what Dan gets. We've got a bunch of RPMs floating around this time. That's going to be another one of the third RPM in the roll. It's got that die scratch coming straight up out of the top of the 1, top left of the 1 right there. So we definitely have a nice original roll going on here, and we have plenty of RPMs in it. So this one is, once again, a decent roll. It's a nice roll. So for Dan, we have an RPM. Now coin number 7, Shinbone. Shinbone gets, well, it appears to be a normal coin. Normal so far. Let's try the reverse on this one. Nothing out of the ordinary, unfortunately. So that will be Shinbone's coin number 7. Only the second coin so far out of this roll that is not a repunch mint mark. Oh my God. Look at that. That's pretty. Right there. That is a heck of an RPM. I don't even know what number that is. A number 3 or 4, something like that. Okay, I'll do that, Taco John. I've still got to get the press to finish those and get them back to me, but I have not forgotten. Really nice RPM here. This is coin number 8 in the roll. Turning up a roll full. Oh, it's number 3. I knew it would be one of the first few. Got 4 different RPMs coming out of this roll. Let's take a look for Shinbone, see what we end up with here. Another RPM. This one is different from the other East RPM. Are you the only one without sound? Probably. Somebody answer him, yes. You are the only one without sound. You turn your volume up. There you go. He'll figure that out. That little gouge right there is probably going to be a marker for us on this particular RPM, which is different from the other ones that we pulled out of the roll so far. So this makes the 5th different RPM out of the roll. And we're only on coin number 9. This could turn out to be one of those one of those hideous horror rolls for Eric that you got 13 different RPMs in one roll, you know, that sort of thing. There is another RPM right there. Yep, that's another East RPM. That is yet again different from the others that we have seen so far. No, maybe this is a West. Well, now I'm kind of having trouble seeing it all together. Maybe it's not an RPM. Okay, well, we'll set it in the deplorable pile until we can prove otherwise. Alright, that coin is for Blaine. Coming up next, Chuck Patillo. And looks like we have a normal coin for Chuck. Chuck doesn't get to play in our reindeer games today. Oh, Doug, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Good. Can you hear me now? Good. Of course, if Doug can't hear me, he can't hear me roasting him here. So, went out and back in. Now you can hear. Okay. I have to quit talking about him then. Yeah, good attention, bad attention, still attention. Any attention's good attention. Alright, seeing nothing on this particular coin. So we keep hop-skippity jumping around till we find something else worth stopping and talking about. Here's coin number 13. 13 now for Mark. Well, let's see what Mark gets. Oh, he gets another one of those fantabulous RPM number 3 coins. That's a beauty right there. She's a beaut, Clark. Hypertension. Yeah. I have hypertension. Let's see what we have next. Oh, it's another normal coin. I think I'm rushing the process. Doesn't have time to birth the really nice RPMs before I'm showing off the coin. They have to grow a little, Chuck. You can't expect vegetables as soon as you plant them. That's kind of funky weird, but it doesn't have anything on it. Not a good tension. Hypertension, not a good tension. That's correct. I could use some medical attention. As long as she's redheaded and 26 years old. Let's see here. That on the upper serif could possibly be something. We'll leave this one sitting out with a couple of the others. And yeah, you're right, Aunt. She could be up to 56. Well, anymore having an old lady is it's a good thing. Because without old lady, I'd have no lady at all. That'd be from my case anyway. I probably just need to shut up. Mama might be watching. I get on the horn with her later and she say, "What was that you were saying?" "About what, honey?" Uh-oh. Goodies, goodies, goodies. All right, that one had nothing. We're going to go on to Brad. Brad Anderson. Well, that one turns out to be another normal coin. Why are we having trouble keeping focus here? Not mental focus, but physical focus. We got coins giving us focus issues. Another normal. Normal, normal, normal. All anybody ever talks about is normal. What about me? Doesn't anybody want to talk about me? Coin number 19 for Stan. Stan the man. Let's see if we can break up a rainy day. And we did with the third different RPM of the roll. Again. Nice multiplier on what we already had working. Trying to keep us above a 50% rate. And it's waning a little here. We're right around 50% now. Here's one for Dirty Water. Let's see what Dirty Water gets. That's going to keep us moving. That's another one of our RPMs. This one's the West RPM we found kind of early on. Well, it is a West RPM. It may not be the same one. But I tell you what, there it is. Right there, real small, right there on the left curve. I know I saw it. It's just not making itself very obvious. It's got those big die scratches. I know I've seen an example of this die previous in this roll. So our count in RPMs might be off by a couple. We may have a few more than we think. One for Jim. That's another one of our East RPMs with the nice little die scratch coming straight up out of the one. And that one is for Mr. Fletcher. Well, let's check coin number 22. I think if I keep pushing through, we'll keep finding. So see, there's another one of them right there with that little tiny bit of doubling right there on the S. And we have all those die scratches over there to remind us that we have that same die. So we'll stick that one in the pile. Pile of goodies. Coin number 23 now for Paul. Polly got another one of our East RPMs. But this one isn't the same one as the other one that people have been getting. You can see the doubling on the inside of the curl right up here. You can also see it on the end of the upper serif. However, it doesn't have the same pattern of die scratches as the other. Different pattern of die scratches. And we've seen that before. So we know we're collecting those. Can I do 53 and 51 Philly? 53 Philly I know I have. 51 Philly I'm not sure. 51 Philly tends to be a little difficult to obtain. But I will certainly give it a shot. Alex now. Well, we have our die scratch that we were looking for. So we definitely have the RPM. I'm seeing it on the upper serif. It's just a little more difficult to detect in the body of the S. Don't have a 56 proof roll. Rolls of 56 proof coins are not easy to obtain. Definitely not easy to obtain and quite expensive when you do. Here's one for Mickey. Oh, Mickey gets the pretty one. RPM number 3. Man, that is one hot mess of an RPM. That's pretty. I gotta look at that all evening. Guys, send me an email. That's the easiest way to get me to pay attention and remember what you tell me. Your meds taste like caca. Well, so do mine, which is why I wash them down real quickly. All right, that one has that little tiny bit of an RPM. Oh, you can see it on the lower serif as well. Let me get this moved over in position to hit the serif just right. Now you can see it here on the lower serif. And then there's a little bit of doubling right up on here. A little bit of doubling on the inside of this. So there is an RPM here. It's just not real obvious. But it's the same one here. It's got all those die scratches over in the throat area. We've seen this one a few times around. Carl. Carl up next. And Carl gets one. Beautiful RPM number 3 right there. Wasn't he? Yeah. He was drinking that day. It was like, hey, here, let me tap this in. Oh, it's not deep enough. Let me tap it in again. Oh, that's not deep enough. Let me tap it in again. Oh, I moved it a little bit. Let me do another one. Tap it in again. Right? You're like, dude, every time you touch that hammer and that punch, you make it worse. So just stop, will you? Just stop. We're done. You're done. You're done. One from Mark. Let's see what Mark ends up with. Not an RPM this time. Just not going to have it. RPM on every time you go. It's not supposed to touch numbers, but it doesn't matter if it does, because that is not worthy of the error quote. This one is another RPM. It's on the inside of the upper curl and on the upper serif. Difficult to detect like this, but I tell you what, I get that lighting just right. That lighting hits that coin just right, and it's going to shine like there's no tomorrow. So Mickey up again. If he gets another number 3, it's mine. Nope, didn't get another number 3. But he did get our little interesting one with the... we haven't seen one of these in a little while. This one's got doubling on the upper serif, on the inside of the upper serif. It's got a little west on the outside edge of the upper curl. And so... you'd love to see Carl's variety. I'd like to see what it looks like to have everybody's together and see if we have a complete set of anything. Because I don't think any of us have one complete set. There's another RPM. Another pretty one. Just another RPM for Stan. Stan the man. We are above 30 or above 50% again, not 30. Above 50% again. Let's keep it that way. Tim, coming up next. Gonna get him an RPM so we can keep it above 50%. And, well, it is an RPM. There you go. You see it right here on the lower serif. You see it right up here on the upper serif and right here on the inside curl. I don't know that I've seen this die today. This could be yet another different die. Eric has his work cut out for him here. This is amazing. Of course, I could be looking at 3 or 4 different dies and just having an imaginary moment here. Oh. Well, that one kind of got squished. Good thing it wasn't an RPM. I hate to see RPMs ruined. All right, normal coin there for Carl. Next up, Taco John. Taco John gets a number 3. Cute. I like this. This is fun. Can we do this again? Maybe we'll have it on the 59p roll that we're going to be doing next. Maybe that'll give us an opportunity to come up with more real goodies. Paul gets an RPM. You can see it on the inside of the curl and on the upper. You can see it right there on the inside of the curl and on the upper serif, right over here. Jim says, I want one. Well, Jim, be patient. Get in line. We'll get you one. One for Sureg now. Let's see what Sureg gets. Well, it is one of our RPMs. I remember that die dot right above the S. Should be a gouge in the N. There it is. Gouge in the N. So we do have one of the RPMs that we were looking at, although it's not very obvious on this particular coin. Sometimes on individual coins it can be a little more difficult to detect. I'm just putting them in a pile now because I don't know which ones are which. Okay, this one is a normal coin. Nothing especial here. There's some chance I could have a 56 proof roll. I just have to give it a shot and see. I'll go digging for it and see if I can find one. Here's one from Mr. Fletcher. Are you awake, sir? Let's see what we get. Oh, no. Not an RPM. Well, that's a bummer. That's a bummer for sure. Hey, Mark. Coin number 39 for Sissy. Not an RPM this time. Well, that kind of shucks. Let me move up my lighting a hair. Just get a little bit brighter. Put a little more light on the subject. Okay, now we can see everything better. All right. Onward. Coin number 40 goes to Dirty Water, our house commentator today. He gets one of the RPMs. This is a second one from the roll here. Nice. Nice, nice. We get to add you to the statistics. I'm stuttering today. There's one for Brad. Let's see what we can get for Brad. There it is. You can see it right here on the outside edge of the mint mark. That is Dublin on the mint mark. A repunch mint mark. So we pulled this one out. Frank gets one next. What does Frank get? Well, boys and girls, it looks like a normal coin. Just going to get another normal one here, coin number 42. Let's look at coin number 43, see what we end up with there. That one is for Jim. Mr. Fletcher, another chance here. Coin number 43. And what? Not an RPM. What? Wonk, wonk. Well, coin number 44. Let's see what we get for coin number 44. Coin 44 is, well, it's another normal coin. Sherman, there is no thunder. There is no lightning. You can get out from underneath me. Ridiculous dog. You see a raindrop and you're crawling up underneath me. Yeah, 45 is a bummer. Well, let's try coin number 46, Taco John. Taco John hasn't had anything really good lately. Gets an RPM here. So we do have another RPM. It's a rather close RPM, but you can see it. It is detectable. Folks, we're going to have half a roll of RPMs here easily. So this is probably better than a half a roll. I'm looking at probably close to 30 RPMs in this roll. Not this one. This one goes in the bad statistic line. All right, coin number 48 to Alex. Alex hasn't seen much good lately. We got an RPM for him. That's one of the cute ones. That's the same as the first coin I found in the roll. Really nice RPM. Get out from under there. Move. Go. You're stepping on my feet. I don't like that. You have claws. Dog stick his talons into my toes. It hurts. Alright, so coin number 48 turns out to be another example of the first RPM out of the roll. So coin number 1 and coin number 48 match there. Here's coin number 49 for Frank. And coin number 49 for Frank is a minor RPM. Little RPM, you can see it on the upper serif. And to the east, the inside of the upper curve. On the 1974, our large and small date mixed in rolls or solid date. They are mixed, Patrice. You can often find them together. And good day to you. I've not seen you in a dog's age. But hey, if you pop in just to ask a question, I still welcome you nonetheless. There's another RPM, coin number 50. Last coin in the roll is an RPM. That is telling of what we ended up with here, because we have a pile of RPMs. A pile, folks. I'm not even going to try to go through them all for you, but I will count them. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to count the RPMs. This is the RPMs right here. I'm not going to count those. I'm going to count the coins that were not RPMs. It's going to be easier. Right? Here's the ones that were not RPMs. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 were not RPMs. 31 were. So that is what we have for that, which is extremely exciting. 31 RPMs out of this roll. Not a record, but close enough, right? Close enough to perfect for me. I got one more reveal tonight. One more reveal. We're going to be doing a 1959 Philadelphia roll here in about 5 minutes. I'm going to break for enough time to let the dog out in the rain to go do his business, because I think that's what he wants, because he's sitting right underneath me. And so I'll be back here as soon as that's over. Probably, let's see, it's 8 o'clock. 8:02 actually right now. I'll probably be back by 8:10. I'll see you then. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Have a good one.